Today on Smackey's Garage, we're changing out the CV axle on this 2015 Audi A4. We're gonna see if we can do it without taking apart any of the suspension components and make it as seamless as possible. So let's go ahead, let's jump into it. Now to tell if your CV axle has failed, all you need to do is listen to the front of the car when you're turning, and if it's making a clicking noise like this, that clicking noise essentially means your CV axle's failed. And you can go into there and you can look, you might be able to see the boot is broken or there's some other issue. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna replace it, hoping that that is the problem on this car. And then we'll take it out for a drive and we'll see if that's actually what it was. But I have a feeling that's what it is on this car. Now this car has just over 100,000 miles, and because of that, a lot of the parts are wearing out. I ended up getting the CV axle from ECS Tuning, a good price on it. I think I paid $250. If you get an OEM one, it's like over $1,500. So let's see how this one does. You also can buy kits to rebuild them if you wanted to rebuild them, but that's not what I'm doing here. So let's go ahead, let's see if we can get this apart and replaced. First steps, we're gonna jack up the car, take this wheel off, take out that center cap, put the wheel back on, put it on the ground, and then loosen that center bolt there that's massive that they give you a replacement for. So let's go ahead, do this. All right, so we can see, I didn't put it all the way in the ground, but it's not rolling anymore. And you can see the giant bolt in there that we need to loosen up and take off, which holds one end of the CV axle in. Luckily, they give you another one with it, so I think they're one-time use. Now here's the giant Allen wrench that is 19 millimeters we will be using to take it off. Now, a giant breaker bar like this is indeed required for something like this. It's just, they're on there so tight. Then we'll bring the car back up. Then we're gonna get a jack stand under this. Okay, so in here, I'm gonna take off these here. There's two nuts. There's gonna be one on this side, and then there's gonna be one over here on this side. Both of these should come off. We're gonna remove this little piece of plastic here, just to make it easier to work in. Okay, so after you get this off, we're gonna go ahead and look at the bolts that you need to take off, and they're gonna be on the other side of the axle. Okay, so in here on the other side of the CV axle, you can see all the bolts that need to come out. There's gonna be 6 of them around the outside. These are gonna be M10 triple squares. Everything is accessible to be able to get it out. Now the secret is going to be to have this one that's at the top lined up in the center. I know it doesn't make sense because this is gonna be in the way, but you still can get a wrench in there and take it off. But all of these need to come off. You're not gonna need to rotate anything to be able to get them out. All you need to do is jack this up and down slightly to get more access to get the bottom bolts. But after that, they're all accessible from here, and you can get to them all. Now you can see there's barely enough room, but let me tell you, this is doable with the right tools. And I'm gonna show you the right tools so you can get this out without an issue. So not the easiest place to get leverage in, but this is the tool setup I'm using. I have my 1/2-inch drive to a 1/2-inch extension to this part right here, which is an M10, which I've linked in the description below. It comes as a kit. You need these tools to work on these cars, so might as well just get it. Now, the secret to doing this is to just move things around when you need to, and you can see here I jacked up the control arm and was able to get all the bolts out. Okay. That's them all. I was able to get them all without turning the steering wheel, just by manipulating this up and down a little bit. But, you know, that should be every single bolt. And I should be able to just pull this axle out, I hope. Now it appears to be a little bit rusted on there, so might have to hit it. And it's off. Okay, so a few hits of that. Now, look at that, it's just coming right. It's free. Now, is there enough clearance to get it out? I'm gonna go back on the driver's side as I try to pull it out, leaving the wheel straight, seeing if I can do it this way. Yeah, it's out. Okay. That's some great news. Okay. CV axle is out. And we found our damage. All right, let's do a quick check of these so you can see. So this is actually the kit that I bought that comes with all the triple squares. This is pretty much what you need to work on these cars, so worth getting. Now here's the two CV axles. They look a little bit different length, but that's because they can compress in and out. Now looking at them, you can clearly see this one here is ripped. You know, if it's not damaged enough, you could probably clean this up, refill it, and put a new boot on here, but that's a lot of work for something that's probably not going to last that long. So with this, we're going to go ahead, and you can see everything appears to be the same. I'm going to put a little bit of extra red grease on this one when I put it in, just because this one had it. Might have actually been from myself when I did a bearing on this, but you can definitely see here is where the failure is on this and why it was making that clicking noise. Actually, that noise was probably actually this. But, you know, probably savable. It is an Audi part. Very, very rusty, but let's go ahead, let's get some grease on this and we'll put it in place and then start bolting it back up. So this part here from ECS Tuning comes with all new hardware, which is nice because you don't want to reuse any of these. But we're gonna go ahead, put them in and torque them down. So the grease that I use is this. It's not Audi specific. It's what I use on my cars. So multi-vehicle, high temperature red grease. Use what you feel comfortable using. Now to put the new one back in should just be as easy as sliding it back here, just like I did the last one. Compressing it a little bit and putting it back into the axle. Okay, now we are completely in. You can see that is in place in there. You know, it's worth just moving this back and forth some just to ensure that this goes all the way in there. And then now we can just go ahead, put these bolts back in, torque them up correctly, and that should be it. And we'll take it for a test drive, see how it does. So the last bolt's gonna be this giant bolt here for the axle, and we're gonna have to torque this one down pretty tight. So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this. All right, so this is hand tight in there. That's good. We're gonna go ahead and put the wheel back on and get this thing on the ground. Then we're gonna torque the wheel lug nuts down later. We're not gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna get these on and in place. Then we can drop the car. Okay, so this thing needs to be at 150 foot-pounds, around 200 Newton meters here, and then we need to turn it an extra 180 degrees. So this one is one tight bolt. So that's 150. And then I'm gonna do my best to get this to where it needs to be. Then, after all that's complete, drop this in. And then check your lug nut bolt, torque. Now after all that, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take it for a test drive, make sure there's no other sounds coming from the car. Okay, so that really wasn't that bad of a project. You know, replacing that CV axle on this probably took an hour to do. A little bit of complications trying to get everything out and trying to figure out what's the easiest way to get it out, but with the right tools, only takes about an hour. So all the tools are going to be linked in the description below if you want to do this. I ended up buying the parts for this from FCP Euro if you want to check it out. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for tuning in this week to Smackey's Garage. I'll see you next time.